Hey everyone, this is John from Trigger Finger Shooting here. I wanted to tell you about this Black Friday deal I got the other day, and it's actually for this crossbow. So I wanted something to go deer hunting with, and I just found out that this year in my state we can now use crossbows for deer hunting. And I probably won't use it this season, but I got a Black Friday deal that had this. This is a Barnett Whitetail Hunter II crossbow, and I got a real good deal on this and Black Friday from Big R. The crossbow is normally $400, but it was $100 off, over $100 off for the crossbow. And then on top of that, it came with a free crossbow carrying case. And the carrying case itself is usually advertised for $100, $120. So all in all, I probably got maybe $140. Well, no, all in all, it's about $200 in savings on the Black Friday deal. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the specs of this. Well, before I get to that, I'd been looking at crossbows now for maybe a couple months, and they range anywhere from maybe $250 up to well over $1,000, $1,500, $2,000. And there is no way I was going to pay $2,000 for a crossbow, especially for a first crossbow. So I've been doing some research, looking at a few, and I'd seen some other reviews for this one on YouTube that I liked, and this one seems like a pretty good deal. I've never shot a crossbow before, so this will be, you'll be seeing me shoot a crossbow for the very first time. So you'll be able to have an idea of how easy or not easy it is to set this up and shoot it. As you can tell, it even still has the sticker on it. And the crossbow came with the crossbow, had the quiver stuck to the bottom here, 2 arrows, and a cocking string. And the cocking rope is right here. So I'll be using the cocking rope here in just a second. Did I call these arrows? No, these are actually called bolts. It came with 2 bolts, but I went ahead and bought additional bolts as well, so I can have more to shoot. So I ended up buying about 7 more bolts to shoot, because I know I need more than just 2. Let me go ahead and read some of the specs on this guy. So according to the tag that's on it, so this is advertising for Barnett, shoots at 350 feet per second, which seems about average. Some of the other crossbows that were $1,500, it does about the same. The draw weight is 150 pounds. So we'll see how well the draw weight is once I try it for the first time. And it has a safety on it. In my state, you have to have a safety on the crossbow to be able to use it for deer hunting. So this one has a safety on it. I think most of them come with safeties. So that's pretty much a standard feature. Because you can't decock a crossbow from most models anyway, I went ahead and bought some decocking bolts. And these are ones, they say that these are one-time use, single use. It's in fine print here, but these say single use. So if you get somewhere and you can't actually shoot your bolt, you take out one of these and shoot it into the ground, from what they say. And so you can't dry fire the crossbow, and you're not supposed to be able to release the string, because you'll hurt yourself and possibly rip your fingers off when you try to do that. So this will be the first time shooting it. Let's see how it works. Oh, and I also bought this strap to go on it, because it was on sale too, for 25% off. And so I ended up buying a crossbow at Big R and the strap at Dick's Sporting Goods for 25% off. So this did not come with it. For this bow, you have to do some assembly on it if you were to buy it. This front piece here and the stirrup is all one piece. That was separate from the rest of it. So after I bought it, it just came in a box, cardboard box, and I had to screw it on with one screw, one hex screw in there, and they give you a couple hex wrenches so you can use to assemble it, and just put it on with the hex screw and you're good to go. Obviously you always want to read all the instruction manuals to make sure you're doing it properly and operating it in a safe manner. So here we go. And the string goes over this loop in the back here. So here's the loop in the back. String goes over the loop in the back. And then you hook. It has these hooks on it. And the hook itself will go underneath the string, right like that. See, underneath the string is going to be right next to the shaft here. So you pull them up, and the handle will be right next to the hook when I have it all done. Stirrup on the ground. Step all the way into the stirrup. Make sure you have a good foothold on it. There we go. Okay. Have the handles on the outside, the hooks on the strings, right next to the, I guess, I don't know what this part is called. Whatever that part's called. I guess the rail. I'm going to call it the rail. And then I'll pull on the handles, and that should bring it all the way up. And that should draw the string all the way up to the top here into the locking device. And then it should be ready. So this is my first time cocking this bow. Let's see how hard it is. Okay. Has a 150-pound draw weight. And it took a little bit of force. It did take a little bit of force, so it's something that you have to get used to. Next step will be to put the arrow in it. So right now, the safety is on safe. It automatically puts it on safe. Put the bolt, I keep calling it arrow. This is a bolt. And you push it back through the bristles and all the way back. And I could tell it hit some sort of lever in the back there. That must make it possible to fire. First time shooting my Barnett Whitetail Hunter II. Let's see how this puppy works. Safety is off. Wow. Man, that thing really shot out of there like a rocket. That was pretty cool. I was a little bit intimidated by it, so I think I flinched. But man, that was cool. That thing just flew out of there. I don't know what I was expecting, but that thing just shot out there. Wow, that was pretty cool. All right, let's try another one. Make sure to keep your hands below the rails, or you might lose a finger or an arm. The odd color goes down. And it should be ready to go. Safety off. Right out of the box, at least for me, this one is shooting quite low from where I'm aiming at. This is where it was shooting. Look, oh my goodness, look at that. Right next to each other. I was actually aiming here. But it shot consistently right down there. So I'm going to have to sight that in. My first two shots, they're touching each other. Okay, so this is kind of funny. So I decided to go ahead and move back to about, I'd say 30 yards back there. Try taking some more shots. And I haven't sighted in my crossbow yet. So my arrow bounced off the ground. I have the target here leaning up against this clothes hanger. And the bolt hit the middle of the clothes hanger, the bar right there, and put a huge hole in it. Look at that. So I heard it hit the ground, rustle the leaves, clink on that thing, and fall back to the ground. So I came down here to check it out, and look at the hole it left in here. So here's the hole that the bolt left here in the metal pole here. That's incredible. That's after it hit the ground. So there's a lot of power behind these things.